Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we're checking out a pair of IEMs that honestly came out of nowhere. The Zhuaudio Z3, also sold as the BirdDance Z3 internationally. It's made by a company named Zhulinniao. I'll go ahead and put the names up there. I know they're a little hard to pronounce, but I'll put them up so you guys can see. So right away, this is one of these products that makes you ask, how much do you actually need to spend to get good wired audio? Because these are budget-friendly IEMs, but on paper, they come out with a lot. Dual dynamic drivers, a CNC machine shell, detachable cable, and bunch of accessory. But depending on the version you get, either the regular 2.5 millimeter connector or a USB-C with a built-in DAC. So in this video, we're going to unbox them, check out the build quality, talk about comfort, sound, gaming calls, and what it is are actually worth picking up. So yeah, let's get into it. So as you can see, the box, again, I do appreciate a good quality packaging, as you guys already know. So we have the instruction manual. I do appreciate there's an English version in there, although a lot of things, a lot of the writing on the box seems to be in, I'll say Chinese, but correct me if I'm wrong. Um, but they do actually went to make the effort to do give us a English translation. So this is a carrying case, which is very appreciative. And also part of the accessories, we are having a few air tips, which is really common when you get these IMs. But I've never seen so many of those. Okay, as you can see, each of these packet has a total of 6 ear tips, which is crazy. With for different size, made with different material. So as you can see, just of these packets, we have a total of 18, which is pretty nice if you ask me. Also, they were buried down somewhere in the box. You do also have two foam ear tips. Um, I don't know, some people like those, not my cup of tea, right? And okay, let's check out the IEMs themselves. So again, I feel the quality from the wires, which is good so far. I do also like the presentation. Again, it's shaped like a little heart. I like that. And again, packaging is still pretty simple. You know what I'm saying? And for the price, which is let's talk about the elephant in the room. These are $50, guys. $50. All right, for a pair of IEMs. Well, let's see at the end of the day, does it still worth those $50? Um, and then so yeah. So first thing I noticed is again, they do not feel cheap at all. Like throwaway earbuds. Again, very look at the shine on this, like the polishing, the just the effort to do this, the engraving, all of these scream premium. Okay. And so far, like I said, that's what I like. If these earbuds, right, or earphone, however you want to call it, sound as good as they look, let me tell you, we have ourselves a winner because the look and feel of these things, it is out of this world. Okay. Again, we got the Mac version and then the USB-C with the DAC audio. So again, this thing is pretty much check all the boxes, fully loaded. Again, all the attention to details. Also, even right there on the USB-C header, you see all the engraving. We got Z3 engraved right on there, and yeah, that's pretty awesome. Like the fact that they went to add all these details. It's very um very, I would say, intentional, or you know I like when company goes above and beyond. So again, I'm just checking out some of these tips, trying to figure out which one I'm going to use. Normally, they usually comes with a pair of tips added to them, but these one did not, and that's fine. At least it gives you the option for you to go ahead and put your own. Um, but yeah, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on here, but I'm figuring out which tip that will work best for me. So I'm gonna cut this right here, and yeah, I'm gonna jump over to the other side and do some testings. All right, so I'll see you guys on the other side. Guys, first thing I noticed, these do not feel like cheap throwaway earbuds, right? The Z3 uses a metal housing, and this is a CNC precision machine. And as you can see, it has a mirror dual texture design, so it feels super premium, and like something very durable, not like the plastic earbuds that you'll find in that price range of like, you know, between $45 to $50. So and again, I do like the detachable design. Like I say, if something happened to these wires, you can just replace them without no issue. Okay, guys, yeah, let's go ahead and wrap this up. So I've done my testing. So as you can see, listening to music, which I've probably done the most. Like I said, I've done a little bit of gaming with it, but not my preferred go-to for gaming. Um, but yeah, what I can say is like, as far as like the design and build quality, this felt uh, a lot more comfortable in my ear. I don't know if it's because of the weight, and because like I said, these things are heavy. Like the build quality, it's crazy. So yeah, not sure because of the weight. It they felt very comfortable. As you can see, there's a couple version of this. You do have, so this one is the USB-C with the microphone. Okay, now you can see that. You can see there's a little hole right here for the mic. Not sure if it's, and also there's you see there's a phone right engraved here on the button. So so you can use this to actually, if you're on a phone call, if you tap it, click it once, it will hang up the call. Um, besides that, I don't know, it can't, it's only one button, so it doesn't mute, doesn't do anything. But when it comes to controlling media, so if I click it once, as you can see, it's going to play the track, right? If you double click it, it's switching it to the next track. And while the music is playing, you click it again, it's going to pause your track. So yeah, again, that's a lot of crazy, too much functionality. I guess they want the KSS route, just keep it simple and just one button, and that's it. Which I'm fine with it. And so yeah, so also remember, this is a detachable cable. All right. So if in the future something break, or you got your significant other mad, they cut your cable, hey, all you gotta do is just replace the cable. So one thing I wanted to do real quick is let's check the weight of this. All right, like I said, this thing is a bit heavy, or heavier than I was expecting. All right, so we have 0. On, just gonna set this up. Oh wow, 10 grams for just this. Crazy, crazy. But yeah, like I said, they felt, like I said, so premium. It's not even funny. So all right, again, so and let's talk about pricing, guys. This is $50, right? $50, and you got so much for that. Um, all the multiple ear tips, even foam ear tips. You got 2 of those. You got a little carrying case, and then this amazing build quality. So, but again, we're not here to talk about build quality, right? So let's talk about the sound. Okay, uh, sound quality. This is the part that actually matters since we're talking about an IEM. The bass has good presence. It gives music some body and weight without completely taking over everything, right? You know, the drums have some punch. Bass lines are kind of easy to follow, and you know, if you listen to hip hop, pop, R&B, electronic music, and gaming, the low end works really well. Mids are where these surprise me a little. Vocal sounds clear and forward enough that they don't get buried. All right, so it gives him a decent warmth, and female vocal have some energy without always becoming harsh. But for the money, the sound is enjoyable. These are the kind of IEMs you can plug in and just listen to music without feeling you need to EQ everything immediately. All right, the treble has enough sparkle to keep things from sounding dull, but depending on the track, some higher frequencies can sound a little bit sharp or unnatural. It's not a deal breaker for me, but if you're very sensitive to treble, that's something you keep in mind. So, and again, I tested them with some games where directional sounds matters, and while they're not going to replace a dedicated high-end gaming headset for everyone, they do a good job with footstep, reloads, environmental sound, and general positioning. All right. The biggest advantage is comfort and simplicity. IEMs are lightweight, um, and they don't mess up, you know, I don't know if you're female, don't mess up your hair. They don't clamp your head, and they are easily to use for long sessions. And again, if you're gaming on a handheld like a Steam Deck, ROG Ally, Legion Go, or Nintendo Switch, even on your phone, wired IEMs like these make a lot of sense. No charging, no Bluetooth, no delay, no pairing issues. Just plug and play. Um, Again, for competitive gaming, I'd say they're good for the price. For casual gaming, they're more than enough. So the quality for calls. Okay, again, not the best in the world. The mic is fine for basic use. I don't expect it to replace dedicated USB mic or XLR. Okay, let's see the pros and cons. All right, so again, build quality. I've touched on that so many times. Absolutely amazing, beyond my expectation. The CNC machine, the metal shell, the attention to detail, right? On the design, it's premium to say the least. A very strong accessory package, right? Tons of tips, a carrying case. Listen, you can't beat that. You can't beat that. Detachable cable. Listen, that's great. And sound. Okay, this is what we're here for. Okay, sound is enjoyable. It's not boring. It's not muddy, and it works well for music. If you listen to, I don't know, YouTube, and gaming. Uh, and then connection options are useful. I like the fact that they have options where you can have a 2.5 millimeter or a USB-C depending on your setup. So now let's talk about the cons. All right, so the treble can get a little spicy depending on the track. It's not terrible, but it's something I noticed. And the detail retrieval is good for the price, but don't expect flagship level separation or micro detail. These are still budget IEMs. And lastly, if you buy a USB-C, or if you buy the USB-C version, make sure that's the one that actually you want. Because if you already have a dedicated DAC or audio interface, you may prefer the regular 3.5 millimeter version instead. Okay. And for my final verdict, who should buy the Zhuaudio Z3 or BirdDance Z3? I think if you're looking for an affordable wired IEM for music, gaming, videos, phone calls, it's just a better alternative to cheap earbuds. These are very easy to recommend. They're not perfect by any means. They're not going to destroy expensive IEMs, but they don't need to. The point here is value, $50. If you, again, you're getting metal build, dual dynamic drivers, detachable cable, plenty of ear tips, solid comfort, and a sound signature that's fun and easy to listen to. For beginners getting into IEMs, this is a good entry point. For gamers who want something lighter than a headset, this makes sense. And for anyone who just wants wired audio without spending a lot, the Z3 is definitely worth a look. So the Z3 is not trying to be the most technical IEM ever made. It's trying to be good everyday IEM at a good price. And honestly, it does a pretty good job at this. Alright guys, that's it for the unboxing and review of the Zhuaudio Z3, also known as the BirdDance Z3 by Zhulinniao. Let me know in the comment below, are you still using wired earphones or have you completely switched to wireless? And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more reward tech reviews. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.